Hello, YouTube. It's Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? Man, I hope you're doing well. Time again for another pocket dump deconstruction. I should have some Spyderco knives coming. They're small knives. As you can probably tell, I'm not that excited. And then they just announced another shipment. I don't know how they're shipping knives these days. But another shipment, another small knife, and then a good different version of a knife. But none of the new stuff. I'm excited about the new stuff. And then the last two things that they said were coming to me, they're not new stuff. So if I don't seem super excited like I usually am, it's because I'm not as super excited as I usually am. The timing, everything about me is off because, I'm making this transition into working for myself. So I apologize for that. But I'm going to keep putting out these videos. I see views have dropped and all of this kind of stuff, but I'm still trying to keep it going. So I hope you guys stick with me. And I will definitely stick with you. It's just all of them won't be in the morning, but I'll try to do them every day as much as I can. So let's talk about today. Yeah, this is, wow. It's been so long, all my lighting and everything is off. Explain it on that. I mean, I'm going to use that as an excuse. This is my tag watch, which I just love. You guys know that. Just a nice, simple, you could tell I'm not going to a meeting because this is just my real nice, simple kind of thing. I'm trying out a new pen. Today is Scotch and not the blue stuff. By the way, it's Monday, July 1st, 2019. I wanted to make sure that I did a video for July 1st. We're just, 19 days away from my birthday when I turned 60, July 20th. Actually, quick quiz, something else happened on July 20th. First man landed on the moon 50 years ago. We landed on the moon. First man took his step on the moon 50 years ago here in the good old USA. Anyway, enough of that. So that's that. Let's get to the pen first. You guys know I love my Schoen design pens, and I love my Mont Blanc pens. You'll see those a lot. I bought a new Mont Blanc pen, but most of them are from my consulting days. This was the very first expensive pen that I ever bought. I was consulting. I was in Boston. I went to the Alfred Dunhill's shop in Boston. Beautiful place. If you love cigars, humidors, wonderful manly things. Now this was, 30 years ago, 25 years ago. And I saw this pen and I loved it. I said, I want that pen. They looked at me like, who are you? I think that's carbon fiber. I didn't know what carbon fiber was back then. You guys see that it's a Dunhill. And I don't know that much about ink pens, so I've had it for a long time. And, of course, it's a fountain pen. You can see the green ink. The only ink they had for this was green, so I had green ink. But a wonderful fountain pen. My place is a mess, but I keep everything in its place. And so all my pens I've been taking out of the boxes. They've been sitting on a flat surface for 15 years. I've taken them all out, dusted them all, and put ink in them. I really love this Dunhill. I think I paid about $2,000. And back then, I couldn't even believe. I thought that was the most expensive pen ever. It isn't. These fountain pens go for a lot of money. At one point, I was thinking, I need to sell this thing. But I don't even know how to find out exactly what it is. If you guys are I'm going to keep it, though, because it reminds me of when. At the end of the day, I know all the money and stuff and everything that your kids get and insurance and all that, but You know, my father left me a watch. I wish he would have. I would have loved to have just a lot. Oh, I'm not gonna. You guys know what that is. It's rolling around. I would love just to have a bunch of his stuff. And that's what I plan on leaving my kids, a bunch of my stuff. And my grandkids, hopefully, knock wood. But forget about leaving them stuff. I want to live with it with them as well. So that's my Dunhill fountain pen. I'm I'm going out to dinner. Actually, I'm going to sit at a bar and then going to sit outside and smoke a great cigar. But I want my Dunhill in my pocket. I thought I'd go try it out. This is the coin for today. Is the National Park Service. I don't know when the last time I showed this. You know, sometimes someone said, man, you have a bunch of, you keep telling me you have a bunch of silver coins. I do, a bunch of them. A whole bunch, hundreds. But you keep showing, well, I've got a whole bunch of the same coins as well. But I really love this coin. This is the proof. It comes with a proof coin and a not proof coin. This represented 100 years of the National Park Service from 1916 to 2016. And I just love that from the U.S. Mint. What happens, you've been seeing a lot of them, whether it's breast cancer or whatever. A lot of times what happens is an organization work with the U.S. Mint. The Mint does these coins and the organization gets a percentage off of the coins. And you'll see a lot of those. I've started buying a whole lot of those kinds of coins as they come through. Just as a nice collection. By the way, I didn't do a video on Friday and I don't do videos on Saturday and Sunday, but you know I still have pocket dumps. So go to Keith Kevin Ken. Go to Instagram at Keith Kevin Ken, just like this channel, and I have an Instagram every single day, so you could see all the other coins that I have, that I carry, and with what knives and that kind of thing on that channel. I need to start doing the live stuff on YouTube and on that channel. I just haven't been into it. I need to spend more time getting this whole social media thing together. The cigar, hold on. Oh, that smells so great. Romeo y Julieta. Yeah, it's a short Churchill. I just love this cigar. My thin Mont Blanc wallet. You guys know I love my Smithson notepads. Great paper, British company from the UK. Wonderful. Everything. They're expensive. But again, I'm flashing back to my old consulting days with the new consulting days. But I just love it. Yes, I have all the electronic stuff, but pen to paper, a good pen to good paper, just makes you feel good. At least it makes me feel good. Here's one of my 4 claw coins from Surge, which I really love. Let's see, where am I? Here we go. This is from his production company. You see the small P there. They were on Blade HQ for a couple of days, then they sold out. This is the claw coin Gen 2. You can tell the Gen 2, it's a flat on the bottom. The Gen 1s are round all the way. Of course, I have 2 of his mid-techs, which cost about $600, and then I have 2 of the production knives that cost about $100. Big difference, huh? But this one still looks good. This one has the carbon fiber. Slip joint, hawkbill blade. Good steel. 1-inch knife. M390 steel on these. Only 8 ounces. Just a real nice knife. Great knife, actually. to carry. And then I'm teaming that up. This is what's going to be in my pocket. It's the Hinderer half track. I love this knife. They have so many versions of this, but I still love my textured titanium version. I just love it. Simple, but feels great in the hand. This thing is so smooth. Good fat stock. S35 VN steel. 2.75 inch blade. The entire length is just 6.6 inches and it weighs 4.3 ounces. It has some weight on it. Flips like a dream. Smooth as silk. The clip, what is it? Right hand tip up only. Of course, it's a frame lock, titanium, all through. Feels so great. And I say it every time, I love that simple pivot, just a screw. I do. You know, that's how life is, folks. Everything isn't consistent. I can love a wonderful custom pivot or Spyderco doing a production custom pivot for a certain maker, and at the same time love this Hinderer pivot. Get a coin, tighten it, loosen it, or whatever. Just a real nice. These half tracks, they're expensive. Everyone talks about Chris Reeve knives. This thing's expensive. It's over $500. They have a lot of variations, but you know what? I say that out loud, and people say, yeah, it's too expensive, but man, it's worth every cent. To me, I just really like this knife. I do. And then, you know, forever I've been lusting after Chris Reeve's first slip joint knife. The first ones I started seeing on social media, and then they disappeared. I was like, I couldn't find it anywhere. This is the Chris Reeve Impinda. It's a slip joint knife, which means no lock at all. None. Whoops, almost cut myself. No half stop either, which bothers me some. Shouldn't. It's just I'm used to a half lock. I mean, you know. But I love half stop. But I really love it. It feels like a Chris Reeve knife. The quality of it is a Chris Reeve knife. The price of it, a little more expensive than just your Sabinzas or in Kosi's. I wish a plain Jane slip joint. But, you know, everyone does what they need to do to make a profit. And so my guess is it costs a lot because they're not churning out tens of thousands of the same kind of knife when you have a different knife. So it tends to be a little bit more expensive. But I've been playing with this thing and I really enjoyed it. I actually woke up saying I'm carrying this Impinda today. It's funny. It's a sleek slip joint with this titanium scales, very strong spring because it's a slip joint. Nice clip, you see it? The curves with the body. Right hand only. You know Chris Reeve. I'm sure he sells a lefty version. Love that simple pivot. The nail nick. It is just so nice. And I have grown to really like it. S35 VN steel, because it's Chris Reeve. Stone wash, drop point, hollow ground blade. 3 just over 3 inches of a blade. Just over 3 inches. 7.1 inch total. And it weighs 3.4 ounces. And if you like slip joints, and I do, you'd like this knife. Has a lanyard hole. Just a real nice knife. Yes, the price seems like a lot because I don't see slip joints. Oh, well, I almost told a lie. I own 2 custom slip joints that are more expensive than that. From Pena and Davidson. Pena, and one from Pena and one from Davidson. So I do have some slip joints more expensive, but I like that knife. I'm not carrying it today though. I decided I haven't been using my half track and I love flipping it, so I've been playing with it all day. That's it. That's the pocket dump deconstruction. Hey, we'll get back on track. I keep saying that to myself. I just told you what I say to myself. We'll get back on track. I love talking to you guys. I love giving you videos. They're going to still come your way. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.